Hey guys, thanks for watching Faster and Louder. This video is about the Kilduff shifter for the Challenger 2009 to 2014. It is the only aftermarket shifter for those Challengers. Let's take a look. So we're in the car. This is a 2010 Challenger RT Classic. Not like it really matters too much, but it's a 5.7 Hemi and it has the NAG1 automatic transmission, which is the 5-speed automatic. This is the Kilduff shifter. As you can see, it is vastly different in appearance from the factory shifter, but it retains all of the original functionality. It just turns it into two different levers. An original one, it's just one for all your regular gears, and then you put it in like to the bottom, I believe it is, and then you can go to the left to shift down or to the right to shift up. So that left and right shifting is changed to this one lever right here, which is forward for down and then back for up shifting. It kind of just changes the appearance, not really any real change in functionality. It's just making it separate and different, and I think it looks way better, way more fitting in this vehicle. Kilduff, I'm kind of just recapping a little bit here just to explain some things if you didn't watch the other videos that I did on this shifter, but I'll just do a short little recap. So Kilduff Shifters is a very small operations. I believe it's just one guy. I think his name is Brian, and he makes these shifters in California, and I believe he had his own Challenger, so he designed this shifter for it, but it retains everything. The electronics are all the same and everything, so it's really easy. I think it took me like 45 minutes or something to do this whole swap. Anyways, yeah, it's made in California, so it's pretty much a custom piece. They are a little more expensive than I would say like a B&M shifter would be or something, but it's very unique, super cool. You can do some special touches on it. I made mine all black, so it has this black plate, black levers, black knobs. I actually took the chrome bezel off and I just plasti dipped, like sprayed it, so it was black, kind of like all fits together a little better. I never did like the chrome because it blinds the hell out of you. So that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at the actual shifter in operation. This part, like I said, it just retains a normal function. It's just park, reverse, neutral, drive. It has little indentations, kind of. They're like cutouts. And the same thing for the minus and plus on the side for the shifter. So, just like the factory shifter, you know, you can still use it as a regular shifter. You don't have to use it in the sport stick or whatever you want to call it. So while I'm at it, I'll just give a short little recap on how the actual shifting works. If you have a Challenger, you probably already know how it works, because it's exactly the same as this, but I'll show it, because I think it's pretty cool. So you just put it in drive, as usual, and then you should just be able to click it, and it goes into first. And then you can shift in a second, like I just did. And then when you slow down enough, the transmission will automatically when you go slow enough, it'll automatically downshift back into first, so you don't really need to do like the downshifting part of it or anything. Even though I still do it sometimes as I'm coasting, so it's fun to kind of, you know, pretend like I have a manual transmission. It's fun. It's definitely fun. I really enjoy it. So, as you know, if you've been following my channel, I've had this shifter for a long time. It's really dusty in here. This bezel's not super tight either. But I've had this shifter for a long time. I think about a year and a half now. And I've had some good and bad impressions on it. So I'm gonna get into that just a little bit. there's a couple good things and a couple bad things. I'll start with the good things first. I still really like how this feels. It's a really well-made shifter. It's all metal. It feels super sturdy. It's not like all plasticky and like cheap feeling like the original shifter. So I really enjoy that about it. I think that it looks 10 times better than a factory shifter. I really like that it's like divided between the two, like the regular shifting part and like the actual like manual shifting part of it. I really like that. So those things alone kind of make it worth it to me, even though it is a little more of a pricey shifter. I believe it's like 400 something dollars, and then even more if you want to do like any customizations to the shifter. But it's really nice. I love the shifter. I would buy it again. However, there are a couple things that I had issues with, and I know other people have had issues with this too, so take that into account. But the main problem that I had, this thing worked perfect for like the first few months that I had it. It was just smooth like butter, no issues. But then after a while, the manual shifter part started to get really stiff for some reason, and I had no idea why. So it turns out that basically the part at the bottom of the base down in there, it's like on a pivot with a bolt through it, and that's what holds the actual arm in there. But it's where it actually needs to, it actually needs to move. So it's like you can't have it super tight on there, or else you won't be able to move this thing. Basically, it was getting tight. Like there's not really any kind of lubrication for that bolt that holds everything together, but it needs to be lubricated and also not so tight that this doesn't move anymore. So eventually it kind of just got dry, and it was still tight, so it wasn't really moving very well. It was kind of getting sticky, like it didn't want to move all the way. So I had to take it apart and get in there and kind of like, I had to put Loctite on a certain part of it, and then also put WD-40 on a part of it. So it's like, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you do have that issue with this shifter, it's a really easy fix. Costs like $3 worth of material to fix it. And I know it is kind of annoying because this shifter is very expensive, so it sucks that you had to do anything to it to make it work properly. So that is one of my gripes about the shifter. The other gripe, now that I'm thinking about it, is not really a problem of the shifter, but a problem with just this transmission in general. And depending on what you're trying to do, it's not even technically a problem, it's just annoying. This shifter, when you're in the manual mode and you shift, it's like there's kind of a delay in how long it takes to respond to your input. So it's like you're shifting, and then a split second later it'll actually shift. Let me kind of try to demonstrate that here, if we ever accelerate fast enough. See that? It's just like a split second difference, and it kind of sucks because, one of the main reasons you want to have control over your shifts is to have control over your shifts. You want to be able to control when it actually shifts, not a split second afterwards. And I don't know if that's something that you can actually change with tuning maybe or something. I'm not totally sure. This transmission actually has been tuned before though. It has different shift points, and it's like additional line pressure and stuff, so it shifts a little bit more firmly, all that stuff. So it has been tuned, but I don't think you can get rid of that delay like that, so that kind of sucks. If you do have a newer Challenger, you might not have that problem. I've never actually driven an automatic 2015 and up Challenger, so I can't really comment on that. But yeah, those are my main gripes. And sometimes it seems worse than others. I think it might just kind of depend on like what gear you're in and what RPM you're at. So it might just have a delay depending on that a little bit. But overall, I think the shifter is really cool. It's definitely a unique piece in my car. Like there's a lot of things that I've done to this thing to change how it looks, and some of those things are more unique than others, but I think the shifter is probably one of the more unique aspects of this car. It kind of sets it apart from the other cars, It's just its own little cool thing. Not a lot of people have these, and I enjoy it. But anyways, that's pretty much it. That's my review for the Kilduff shifter. And let me know what you guys think. Have you bought one of these things? Did you use the code when I put it in the video way back when? Did you get one of these? Are you enjoying it? Let me know. If you like these videos, please subscribe. Please like the video. Tell your friends about us. Catch you later, guys.